He's into what you do. He's never gonna be with you. He's into what you've got. He loves me. He loves you not.
Please stop.
Never.
Please stop.
When I was like 14, maybe 13, I had a thing for the lead singer of that band.
What do you mean by thing?
I had the hots for her. I didn't have like a relationship with her.
Isn't that a guy?
Dream?
Oh, was it Dream?
Yeah.
Is that with Beyonce?
No, that's Destiny's Child.
Oh, I'm sorry. Gee.
Wow.
Wow. Gee, I just can't get those straight.
11:22. That's the daily challenge. I actually played through, how many daily challenges? Sorry, I'm just moving the mic. None before this, but I did practice a bunch. And got shot by shopkeepers 3 times in a row. So,
Hoot.
I learned not to get shot by shopkeepers.
I feel like that has been a repetitive thing.
That's been a pretty persistent theme in these runs. Where do I want to put this bomb?
It's like basically what we were tested on today in French.
What was that?
Basically, do you know
The French language?
No, do you know how many times that we've like done the word ton que and like
Yeah, 5, 6,
de que
10
versus de sorme versus whatever
10.
Like, it's all just a bunch of
8.
It's just all a bunch of prepositions. 20. Stop.
Well, you told me to guess.
Well, okay,
I think.
but it's all just a bunch
you just
of.
asked.
I can understand why prepositions are like the hardest things for non-native English speakers because we mess them up in French all the time. We're like therefore, and they're like, no, that word is not therefore. It's whereas, and you're like, oh.
That doesn't happen to me.
Really?
I always get my prepositions correct.
You do not.
You're right. I don't.
In French, you do not.
I just like acting like an a-hole. It's my new thing. Oh,
it's
cool,
just,
a
it's
camera.
just like those are the hardest things. You're like, from that point, and she's like, no.
Yeah, we will spend another bomb to get this crate, I guess.
She's
Let's
like,
see.
as far as, and you're like,
holy fuck! That could have been it right there!
That was funny.
Holy shit!
Nice.
We did get bombs though, so that shockingly ended up being worth our God.
Yeah.
Calm down. Just calm down. I could tell like my control got lubricated
Whoa.
with sweat.
Uh-huh.
Why did you say whoa?
I don't know.
Like, what could that possibly have reminded you of?
Mustard.
Okay, well that makes sense. Mustard is one of the sexiest liquids. God damn it.
What happens if you push the block in front of the entrance?
It's irritating. You have to bomb it to get it out or move it the other way. And if you can't, you just lose.
I was just wondering, like, what happens if you run out of bombs and you were to push that cinder block right in front
It
of
would be stupid. It was something I actually thought of. I was like, should I move this? And I was like, if I move it too far, I could just be fucked.
Yeah, I was thinking that. Why do you have the camera?
It's a shitty item, but there wasn't anything else. It can do this.
What does that do?
It took a photo of a bat and for some reason killed it. It's just like Bigfoot. If you take a photo of it, your camera either gets fucked up or you die. So I guess the opposite of Bigfoot.
I don't think that's true. Yeah.
They have those photos of Bigfoot. I mean, they're fake, but they are, in a manner of speaking, of Bigfoot.
Does it really matter if he exists? I mean, think about it. Like, it would just be another animal. Do you know how many species we say that we haven't actually... I don't understand.
It could also be a person.
No.
It could be a Neanderthal.
Listen to me. Like, think about it.
Listen to me.
It could be. I don't know. But what I'm saying is, do you know how they estimate? Like, they're like, there's so many species that we haven't actually... learned exists in the forests of the Amazon or whatever it is that they say.
Yeah.
But then they end up estimating the number.
Yeah.
They're like between 10 and 20.
Oh my god, I jumped on that a-hole. Anus, rectum.
Yeah. They're like between 10 and 20,000 species have not been discovered yet. And you're like, well, how do you know if you haven't discovered them yet?
Yeah.
But they do that. And I'm just wondering...
Who's this they?
Scientists?
Time Magazine?
Of sorts?
I have to talk real quick. We're not getting the vault because we don't have enough bombs to make this worth our while. We could kill that shopkeeper, but he's not holding anything else we want except the Matic, and the Matic isn't that good unless we're ghosting stuff.
Right. You only have
It's good for mobility.
Right.
But, so that was sort of shitty, but I think it would have been it would have spelled our doom. Spelt our doom? had we...
I think either is actually acceptable.
Oh, come on, you fucker.
There
we go.
When I had this issue when I was writing a paper.
This guy we're gonna kill, though.
And it was like, how so much ink has been spilt, but it could also be spilled. It was a big issue. I don't know. I had trouble with it because it was a quote from somebody that I kept wanting to circle back to.
Uh-huh.
And the translation was weird. And so I wanted to do my own translation, and I just had enormous difficulty deciding whether or not to use spilt or spilled. That's neither here nor there.
I have never used the... What about, like, dreamed? I dreamed this. I dreamt it? I think I say I dreamt.
You say I dreamt, I think.
Yeah, that's what I would say.
Why do we spend so much time talking about language?
That's
anyway,
all there is to talk about.
No, really, it really is not. It's not even interesting.
Poojax told me he's no longer going to respond to these comments because he feels like he's good for no other purpose. Yeah.
Feels like a prostitute.
You language whore! Oh, man. Yes.
Bigfoot? I mean, come on, compared to the other 20,000
How many of you...
that we haven't discovered, does it really matter if we were to discover something like Bigfoot?
Oh, shit. Spider. Okay, come on. Okay, good. He bounced in a way that made it easy to kill him.
Do you know what I'm saying, though? It would just be like... Okay, so now there's 20,001 species we haven't discovered.
Yeah, but Bigfoot... I see what you're saying, and you're making a fair point.
You know, who cares?
Well, it's like... This is a...
They're like, oh, we have this different type of bear or something in the north.
I mean, the idea is that Bigfoot is some type of pseudo-aboriginal. Like an aboriginal person of a bygone era. But like half ape. That he are the missing links we need to understand human evolution.
That's not true at all.
I know, we already pretty much understand it, don't we?
And also in terms of human evolution, like, who cares? Like, in the sense of... I just doesn't... We wouldn't classify it as a human. It would just be...
Unless it is.
No, it would just be primate again. It would just be like, oh, look, here's this other new primate.
Well, how do you know if you haven't seen it?
Does it matter? That's what I'm trying to say.
It doesn't really matter that much. It really is just about the mythos. You're correct. I think.
They try to present it to us in, I don't know, elementary school as this big enigma. And
fuck.
It really wasn't
Please don't crush that dog.
It really wasn't that interesting to me because, I could see through it.
Wait, you talked about Bigfoot in elementary school?
Yeah. Remember in Alpha? This was after they discovered that I wasn't in the slow class.
Okay, so...
I got accelerated because my light bulb clicks on a different way.
Yeah.
So I got accelerated into the, the non-privation gifted program.
Okay, so...
Not to sound elitist or anything, but like... Then they put me in this program, and part of a segment that they did, and AJ took this too, even though he was a year younger than me, was they decided to do enigmas.
No, I didn't have that. Mine...
We did.
What year was that?
I think it was 3rd or 4th grade.
Okay, so I had something of that sort. Oh god, there's a shopkeeper now. Oh god, he's got a jetpack. Fuck. Okay, come on. Okay, you fucker. Come on. Come on. No! You... Oh. Come on!
I'm already bored.
He's shitting out webs. Okay, there we go. Alright, good.
There's another one.
Really?
There's another one.
Yeah, I see these fucks.
Yeah, that wasn't gonna...
Yeah, let's get 2 of them going. That's a good idea.
Can you hop on them? Oh, shit,
yes.
Oh, shit, now go.
That's fine, that's fine. I actually
No.
Oh, you leapt over my shotgun blast? Yeah!
Okay, keep going. What did you have instead?
We just had a free project. Or actually, did we?
No.
It had to be something with ancient something.
Mysteries.
I don't know if we had one on
Ours
mysteries.
were specifically called enigmas. But,
I would say that Bigfoot is not an enigma.
Well, I don't know, but they presented it as that. It's like a shitty History Channel documentary thing.
Okay, sure.
You know how History Channel is just basically... I don't know if it's that I've gotten older and smarter, or if History Channel just gone downhill.
No, it's changed. It's pretty much just
it's
shit
just
now.
BS now that, they have like some professor... They can't even really get the good ones anymore. They're just like, from University of Colorado.
Oh, no, someone's an elitist.
In Ohio.
University of Colorado in Ohio?
In Ohio.
I've never been.
Specifically in the campus that's not the main campus.
That doesn't exist. But you're alienating all of our viewers.
No, I don't mean to alienate all of you.
Oh fuck! I just shot the dog.
Everybody knows that it's not like I have like brand loyalty to my institutions, but
Oh god, I hate these setups.
Because I have profound respect for these institutions. They probably know more than a lot of other things, and also.
Okay, hang on. This is rough. Obviously.
That's probably where we'll get a job. Remember we see those small colleges when we're like traveling?
Shit, I'd love to get a job at one of those.
You're like college of...
You go to the general store, you use your iPhone for Wi-Fi.
What colleges have we encountered? I forget. Some really, really, really regional ones that were like, oh man, I just killed to get a job. Anywhere. But there would be fine.
I don't know why you're acting all nego about this.
No, I'm just saying this is what you said.
This actually makes me very nervous.
Well, then why are you doing it?
Well, because I don't have any other options. Go through the webs! Do. Okay. So, we actually got a diamond there for our troubles. The problem, though, is this buttholio.
Do you have any bombs?
Yeah,
yes. You have quite a few.
Oh my god! What?
No, not so close. Really far.
That was fucking bullshit.
My god.
He like jumped up the thing? He hadn't done that the whole time.
I know. It's okay.
Shopkeeper. What a dick.
I know.
Man, I even let him out in the bottom. Why didn't he go?
None of you can actually see AJ's face right now, but he is.
I'm disappointed.
It is actually...
Especially after the last run, which was really good.
He very rarely gets actually this upset. There's a certain like grimace thing that he makes in his face, and right now...
I've just got water in my eyes.
You have no idea.
It's just the spicy food.
It's not that you're crying. It's more like you... There's this, I don't know, glare that you get in your eyes. You're just
Makes me want to murder an old man.
I know, actually. I think you said it before. There was a non-specific person. There's just an individual, and you're like, I don't know what's wrong with him, but I just want to hit him every time I see him.
Yeah.
That's
what I'm like right now.
I just don't like him. I just want to smack him, and I'm just like, God, this person is pretty benign. You're like, I don't care. That's why.
We're doing a no gold run to help me.
Feel better about yourself because that's not gonna happen.
Well, it will happen if I do it. If I succeed.
What was their point about enigmas? Some of my enigmas were Loch Ness Monster. I mean, all these were lame.
What? So you did Bigfoot?
Bigfoot, Loch Ness Monster, Bermuda Triangle.
What? I don't understand though. You had to do one of them, or you all worked on them?
No. We were like introduced to them.
What the hell?
Stonehenge was one. I thought it was incredibly boring.
Stonehenge is hardly an enigma.
I was like, what? And they're like, they don't know how they got them this way. And I was like, so what?
It's like the Easter Island heads. They're like, we don't know how they pushed them except with their hands.
That was another one. That was another one. I was like, why are we talking about this?
It would be a better question if they're like, we don't know why someone would waste so much time making art.
And then, so all of them seemed incredibly lame. Loch Ness Monster was kind of cool.
Really?
It was kind of cool in the sense that, like, they represent stories of people who were, like, kind of fanatical about it. And, like, they believed that they had actually seen it. You know, they have, like, fuzzy pictures. And I was like, that'd be cool if there were actually, like, things that I didn't know existed that did exist in this one specific place. But, I mean...
What's interesting about that one is that it's possible, but...
Not probable. But that was as close as you got to being vaguely interesting. Now, this one, the next one they brought up were aliens. And I don't know...
It's weird because that's not an enigma either. Everybody knows that they exist. But what we don't know, what we know also is not true, is that they abduct people, because they don't do that.
You mean what we also know is true, based on what you just said?
Yeah, well, no, aliens do exist.
But they don't abduct people.
Right, I mean, maybe they abduct each other in the same way that, like, a pervert would abduct a child.
Well, okay, I mean, like, it's not like they went into, like...
Oh, shit.
It's not like they went...
I got gold.
Okay, it's not like they went into, like, the paranormal, for instance, because that would make sense to... Like... The paranormal would scare the crap out of you. And it's at the same level as...
What do you mean it's not like they went into the paranormal?
They specifically did not do the paranormal, I don't know, anything is vaguely associated with religion. Because
Okay, so there was nothing like a cult.
Yeah, there was nothing that could be considered that because they didn't, I don't think, want them to touch the religious dimension. Also,
did you talk about ghosts?
No, that's what I'm saying.
Okay, because ghosts are occasionally religious.
Right, which is why they wouldn't let us do it.
Okay.
But they would let us talk about aliens. The problem with aliens is that there's such a, I don't know.
A divisive issue, politically speaking?
No.
Oh, we're talking about space aliens.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch, I just got gold again.
What did you think we were talking about?
I knew what we were talking about, I was just being an a-hole.
Okay. Anyway, it's such a, I think it's such like a, I don't know, I think it was because X-Files was like all the rage when I was at this age.
I watched it.
I did too.
It was all the rage with me.
And so I knew what was going on, and those had incredibly scary, like there's
Becky bought me the complete X-Files series from one of our like early dating gifts.
Yeah.
Well, no, it wasn't early. We were living
mid.
together at the time.
It was when we still bought each other gifts.
Yeah. I just got gold.
We don't really do that anymore.
God, I'm not in the no gold attitude.
No, you're not. Why don't you just speedrun?
I've succeeded too readily at those for them to be as interesting.
Okay. So, because it's way more interesting to watch you fail over and over again.
Good, I agree.
But then they introduced aliens, and I'll be honest, it scared the crap out of me. I think it was because of X-Files.
Was this during that period of time when you thought aliens abducted you and implanted a camera in your knee?
No, that was before.
Okay.
That was after I saw fire and like saw at least just like bits of fire in the sky, which is really more about PTSD than it is about aliens. But still, it scared me so insanely, and I think it was the idea that somehow you could lose time and memory of things, and that the memories would reappear, which is essentially PTSD.
Oh my god, almost got cold.
And then have confirmation that something happened to you that you don't actually remember happening to you, which is probably the most disturbing thing about it.
Wait, who has confirmation?
Well, I mean, when you start getting like bits of evidence back that something happened to you.
And it's like, but the Harry and Betty had been driving,
and then,
but
like,
no sort of accident could have caused this. I mean, that sort of thing?
I guess. It's more like, I don't know, it's more, I don't want to say it, because it's almost like this is societal, so it's not quite the same. It's more like a Holocaust denier or something. It's like, no, this horrible thing happened to me and I'm having flashbacks, but nobody believes me that it happened to me. I mean, that sort of,
for me, what's scary about
it... They capitalized on that fear,
That's
right?
interesting that you say that. For me, what scared me was just the idea that someone could come into your, like, safe place at night and you had no power or ability to do anything about it.
Yeah.
I mean, that seems to be the concept behind...
Yeah.
Like alien abduction sequences as they're popularly represented anyway.
I hate to say this, but this is actually societal.
What the hell? Look at this
That's
shit.
actually, the way you dictated that is a societal issue in terms of, women and violence perpetrated against them. Basically, they're abducted or something happens to them, and then they're not believed at all.
No,
and then they start
I follow.
questioning their own sanity. And then they sort of have like flashbacks over and over about whether or not it actually happened, and so they don't trust themselves any longer, and it does like not irreparable but incredible long-term damage to their psyches.
Yes.
But it tapped into...
That's what I'm talking about.
It tapped... and they're...
The psyche damage thing.
And they're like totally incapable at that point. They're pinned or whatever it is. And they can't do anything. So it's like... And they think they're in a safe space. So like, it's like that situation. Only it's, it's done with aliens.
Well, I haven't had a chance to talk about what my project was yet.
So aliens are terrible. And I think that those are like fundamental fears about being a human, like not being believed when something awful happens, and also not being able to escape.
Like
mentally.
Cassandra complex.
Yeah. Cassandra complex is a good way of putting it.
If it's in Greek myth, it's got to be part of like the human condition,
can you
right?
explain what the Cassandra complex is for just?
They're already Wikipediaing it.
Don't be an a-hole. This isn't an elitist.
It's the idea
We're
that
not trying to make an elitist channel.
Cassandra, it's a myth about someone who is bestowed with the gift of prophecy, but the curse that no one will ever believe her. There we go. Fuck you. Shoot a web.
So she ends up kind of going crazy.
Yeah. And she foresees like some series of terrible disasters. No one believes her.
And they occur, and then...
And then she probably kills herself. I don't
Yeah,
remember. But that part doesn't matter.
It's a tragedy, yeah.
Yeah. Terry Gilliam's, whatever that movie is, 12 Monkeys, makes blatant, heavy-handed allusions to it.
Yeah.
And then, like, also, one of the characters is, like, giving a presentation on the Cassandra complex.
Oh,
and I know. It was like,
way
Terry...
too heavy-handed.
Terry.
Anyway, your alien project, because you went through the same program where you did they didn't call it enigmas, I guess.
I don't remember them doing that. We were at different elementary schools in the same district.
They still did the same program.
I want to kill that guy, but I don't want to spend a... Yeah, I want to spend a bomb at it.
Yes.
Okay, he just made a gem, which I don't care about.
Farted an emerald.
Yes, he did. I was like, no, I didn't. I didn't fart. Then you were like, an emerald, and I was like, oh, that's funny.
No, talk about your alien project, because this was awesome. You were viscerally disturbed by the alien stuff, too. Because we talked about this later on. Like, we bonded over the fact that in 3rd and 4th grade, they made us do this thing. And the most disturbing part was aliens, and they, like, somehow did not recognize that would be disturbing to people, to children. Like, everything else was like Easter Island, who cares? But, like,
yeah. Really?
aliens,
Ropes?
A lot of people, like, freaked out about that. I don't know if we're still in that age where magical thinking still occurs. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
It's possible.
That anus doo-doo. Alright. How am I gonna...
I think the point was to get us to be creative, but we were already too creative.
Yeah, probably. That kind of makes sense.
And we're like, oh, no.
Well, what I did was I did a project on UFO sightings and aliens. And that was in 3rd grade. And I remember my project was to have my dad dress up as an alien, and then I would interview him and ask him questions. And it was like the funniest fucking thing in the world. And my dad, like, ad-libbed a bunch of shit in the end. He talked about stogie-shaped UFOs. And then the teacher was like, did you do this or did he write this? And I'm like, I don't know. Really? You think I wrote a thing about stogies? It's like, sorry, Mrs. Butcher. So you know, actually, no, my dad played a large part in ad-libbing... Oh, shit, I just killed that dog. No, I didn't. That's nice.
Your dad can't help himself. He's kind of like you. It's like,
there's gold right there.
There's a lot of overlap in your similarities.
Yeah, but
in that sense, but your dad's really good at ad-libbing.
Yeah, it's true.
Like a little better than you. Like,
oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm gonna get that boomerang. I could regret that, but I could also regret trying to get it. But anyway, yeah, that was my project. Though I don't recall other people... Hang on, I have to kill this
I
man.
had a project.
I didn't know everybody did stuff in paranormal, but I don't remember other people's stuff. I also did a project on ancient medical things. My mom pretty much just did that project.
Everybody's parents did the project.
Made a shadow box.
Everybody made a diorama.
Yeah, I even got in the newspaper for how good it was. It was obviously a parent project.
All of these are parent projects.
I know, but that's the funniest thing. Like, why did they
even assign these things?
Yeah, I know.
I mean, you know that the kid who gets like the B or the check minus is the one who actually did it himself.
Oh yeah, I had to judge a science fair in high school, and one kid
really good.
He designed his own functioning jet engine. And I was like, and like, these are the things you're supposed to check. Like, one of the things you're supposed to ask them is like, how does this incorporate the scientific method? And I remember I was just like, I don't know. All he did was he made a jet engine. I was like, what was your hypothesis? And he goes, that I could make a functioning jet engine. I was like, well, he's got a point. That is kind of a hypothesis.
You didn't explain what his parents did.
Oh yeah, I actually asked him. I asked the kid, I was like, what are your mom and dad do? And he's like, my mom's a nurse. And I was like, what about your dad? And he's like, he's an aeronautical engineer. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Functioning jet engine. I didn't give that guy the gold star.
But he actually ended up winning.
Yeah, I think he did win. They were like, can't believe he actually made a jet engine. And they're like, we have to give it to him because we don't assume that they're cheating. I felt bad for some people. Like, they clearly didn't get the concept of the scientific method. I mean, these were like elementary or middle school students. I don't remember, but like one of them just like colored a bunch of stuff. And I was like, what was your hypothesis? And she was like, I just wanted to see if I could make this. I thought it would be pretty. And I was like, I respect that, but it's definitely not a hypothesis.
You're so good-natured.
God damn it, can't anybody part with bombs? This is some...
Sorry, I'm laughing so hard. Because you know that the better your project is, like, the
more likely...
The more likely your parents do.
Yeah!
And especially the parents that were, like, really into it, like your mom.
Oh yeah, my mom loved that kind of shit.
Who's a graphic artist.
Yeah.
Remember the one who did the push pop logo?
Yeah.
We all remember fondly.
Yeah.
The circles.
I don't know if... I actually don't know if that ended up making it into the video. When we
it
talked
didn't?
about... Oh, I don't know. It may have. Some we toss out because they suck.
Okay, so his mom is a graphic designer.
Just be quick about it because we may have talked about it before.
Yeah, and she remember, if you all remember and you're around the same age, Connor, you probably won't know this, but
Connor doesn't even know what the Flintstones are.
Maybe.
He's too young.
Maybe. But the for the push pops, those orange things that you push up and eat.
There are other colors too. Some of them are
now
purple.
now
There's
there
grape.
are. No, now there are, but there used to only be orange.
There used to only be
It
orange?
was only like orange sherbet.
I didn't know it was only orange. That's
think so.
interesting. I like it when it's not snowing in the ice caves.
Okay. Anyway,
because then I can see the gold.
red, yellow, and blue circles were actually, that logo was created by AJ's mom.
My mom
She was the one who did that.
Logo master. Where'd that
I mean,
guy
I'm not
come
gonna
from?
lie, like it didn't seem.
Well, I mean, she knew that. She didn't act like it was a complex work of
She
art.
was just like, I just presented this thing. And
yeah, and they were like, that's exactly what we're looking for.
She was like, okay.
What the fuck is exploding?
Yeah, she didn't think that it was like super sophisticated, but she did a good job, and it stayed around for a long time. Now when I think of push pops, I think of it, but.
I guess I do too.
What was her point? Oh, your mom, because she was a graphic artist, she got really into your projects and basically took over them and strong-armed you and did the whole thing herself, and they were like super elaborate.
They were pretty damn elaborate. This worries me. Look at this little like trio of people my dad was. Oh my fuck!
That was pretty good. Sure, your dad was what?
I was gonna say, well, because my dad dressed up as an alien, so that was the gag, but it was stupid.
How did he get his costume?
We found shit lying around the house.
Like tinfoil and...
I don't remember. I think he had, like, I had an eyeball ball. Like, a ball. I shouldn't have let that dog go. I should have whipped him good.
That was like an eyeball?
Yeah. And he put that, like, in his neck. It didn't fit right or make a ton of sense, but it was pretty funny looking. I don't know if we still have it. We probably do.
I want
it's probably,
pictures.
like, lying around
I want videotape.
my dad's place.
I want videotape. Man, if he cleans that out, that'd be sad.
No, it wouldn't be something anybody would throw away if they knew what it was. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's probably like filmed over with The Simpsons, like your others.
Yeah, like my brain game tape.
Yeah.
Yep. Let's get something other than ropes here.
Oh,
Good.
man.
I'll take it.
I just made a lame diorama.
A lame-orama?
Lame-orama.
Rama ding dong?
I mean, it was okay. Like, my parents weren't... I mean, sometimes they would help and sometimes they wouldn't. They're not, like, really... They're pretty, they're kind of hands-off and kind of hands-on. It just depends on their mood.
Hey, come on down.
It's
There we go.
pretty much their parenting style, too.
I don't know where the hell I have to go here. Okay.
Huh. I never complained to Sir about my dad and dog poop.
That's true. Hang on. Oh, fuck. What the fuck do I do about... Oh, shit. We're on a clock here! Okay, there's gold above me. Ah! Okay, we're okay. Okay.
Ooh,
That was pretty fucking intense.
that was intense.
Okay. We're on the temple. No gold.
Good.
Yeah, go on and talk about your dad and dog poop. I still have a couple more, projects that I did.
Okay.
Oh, shit!
Oh god! Oh god! Oh god! Oh god! Oh god! Oh god!
Oh, fuck you. Anubis is right here? Okay. So I've got a mummy down there. Yeah, of course that skeleton's gonna come alive. Why not? Okay, yeah.
It doesn't even do anything.
Okay.
I'm still afraid of that little Naked guy.
Okay. Alright. Where's the fucking exit? Sorry, go on and tell your dad's dog turd story.
Okay, so my dad has this compulsion with bringing home puppies. Because he likes puppies. Much to my mother's dismay. And at one
Call
time...
it a compulsion?
Yeah, one time we had 4 dogs at the same time. Because my dad... every couple years would decide randomly that he wanted to bring one home without my mother's consent. My mother, by the time the 4th dog came, she was so angry she wouldn't even speak to him. She would just look at him, and he was like outside, like taking it, and she came home, and she just looks at him. She goes, "Put it back." And then she got back into the car, and she drove, like I think back to work to do something.
Put it back?
Yeah, she just
as though it were like something you can take back
exactly.
to the store.
And because he couldn't, and she knew it, she drove back home and she was like, "I can't believe you did this again." She's super pissed. But this didn't stop my dad from thinking this was really funny. But she also knew that she would be the one taking care of the dog and training it, right? Even though she worked as well as he did. So here's how my dad basically dealt with the dogs. This dog was still being potty trained, I guess you could say. And it would...
In a manner of speaking.
And I was old enough, my sister was old enough where I don't know, I think we were even in our 20s, early 20s. But like we would go home and like we didn't buy the dog. And it wasn't like a dog we grew up with, but it was still cute. We'd play with it all the time and be awesome.
Yeah, because you were a young adult at that point, as was your sister.
Yeah, and so like we didn't like live there or anything of that sort. But at the same time, like we would go stay with my parents.
It's not die.
And you know, form a kinship with this dog.
Yeah.
And
who doesn't like a puppy?
Correct. So the dog was still crapping all over the place. And
you know, as dogs are wont to do.
The rule that my mom had set out was my dad had to clean up every mess that the dog made. Now, did this stick? No. He somehow found a way around not cleaning up the messes that my dog
I just walked over fucking gold.
Are we pretending it's not happening?
That's what I'm doing right now. I'm pretending it didn't happen. I don't even remember the gold pile I walked over.
It's like fire in the sky.
Yeah. Whoa, this like mummy is...
Oh.
What?
Whoa.
Ah!
Oh.
It's okay. We got a lot of health. And we didn't pick up gold.
Good. Yeah, sure. I can't complete my story now, can I?
Yeah, you can. Keep going.
Okay, so the way my dad handled this, because he was like, yeah, I'll clean up everything. He totally didn't. So my mom would like be out of, she'd be working or doing something because she's on call all the time. She's in the medical profession. My dad would be like, my sister and I would be at home, and the dog would crap on the stairs.
As dogs are wont to do.
As dogs are wont to do that aren't trained yet. And we were like, hey, Dad.
Dog crapped on the stairs.
Dog crapped on the stairs. He's like, oh, yeah, I'll get it later. He's like, I just have to go do something. And then all of a sudden, before we knew it, he like left the house. Okay? My sister and I looked at each other, and there's this permeating smell that's just not going away. We look back over, and the dog crap's still there. We're like, did he just not say that he was gonna like clean it up in a few minutes? And my sister was like, yeah, he did. And like we were just like, God, you're shitting me. So both of us are sitting there cleaning up like dog poop because my dad was just like didn't feel like actually cleaning it up. The next time this happened, it's like a game of chicken. Like where my dad would like there'd be obviously just dog crap on the floor, like in the middle of the floor where you would walk to get to the kitchen. And
the trick is to walk over and act like it wasn't there when you woke up.
That's exactly what happened. He would just I watched to see what would I noticed, and I watched to see what my dad would do, because really it was his job, and he would kind of do it sometimes when my mom was like there, but like totally not when she wasn't, and she wasn't there at that point. And I just saw him, and I saw him look at it and just walk right by, as if like he hadn't seen it. And I like called him on it, and I was like, what the hell was that? And he was just like, and he just started giggling. He was like, I'll do it later. And he didn't do it later. It was basically me not being able to stand smelling it. That
ended up being the factor.
Yeah, so
precipitated
basically,
the cleaning.
whenever I was home, I was constantly cleaning up after this dog for a while before she was potty trained. But like,
well, we died anyway.
Okay. But that's the story of how my dad avoided taking responsibility for the dogs that he bought.
Yes.
And why my mom was so upset. I think it's a pretty good story, actually.
I agree.
My dad's pretty smart in terms of getting out of things he wants to do.
In 4th grade, I had to do a newspaper article reporting on tornadoes for my Voyage of the Mimi related project. And then I also did one about a proposal about how to catapult garbage into the sun. It involved launching it up in space with a rocket that was also a catapult.
I remember these too.
Yeah.
They made us do these things too.
Yeah. Well, we'll see you guys next time.